Hi folks, welcome back to the series of helping friends. I went ahead and did some of the cleanup all around. I finished the hat on the on our snowman, and I trimmed all this off with a longer knife. I slivered all that off because, as you can see here, see the difference in the texture versus what's been cut. So really you need to sliver all this off if you can get a chance to do that. Have a little longer knife, because if you don't, that when you go to paint it, it's going to look different. So this is all you want to do, is sliver all that off. If you can do that, then it's all nice and clean and all knife marks all the way around it. Now I went ahead and finished up this whole side. This is completely done with the mittens, as you see on the original Friends here. This portion's done, and I tucked the one hand behind the other, as you can see it right there, and that was done, that was really done fairly easily. So all I did was round off the arms and cleaned up the tree a little bit. So let me go back here and show you how to take care of this section over here. I figured I'll finish one side so it won't be as long to show you. What you want to do is just round off your edges after you do the initial cuts, like I did right here. What we're going to do is we're just going to put a little line there so we know where his mittens are. That's like the end cuff of his coat. So we're just going to round this all off, just like so. Alright, and once we get done with this portion, I'm going to show you a couple other things, and we're going to do a couple more series on just the carving a couple more clips on the carving part. Now you notice this mitten is behind the other one, okay? And what I did was put a stop cut across and then undercut it, or just cut up to that and then round it off this edge, okay, just like I did over here. And sometimes I'm going to go ahead and do this cuff real quick, if I can keep that in the camera there and show you. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut from this side of the mittens or the cuff, and then on this side. So both of those are going to be white anyway. There's really not going to be a distinction like there would be with the mittens and the cuff on the snowman. So we're just going to cut that out and round that all up, just like so, right down there to the edge. And I even cleaned up, I have more to clean up right there, as you can see. Okay, right down in here there needs to be some cleanup. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a knife and I'm just going to run it up through there until it's all cleaned up and go back over it. Alright, and also back here what I did was I slivered off. You see the difference in the texture from here to here, okay, from here to here. If you don't take that off, it's going to be much darker when you paint it with the red. So you want to just take a little shaving off the whole thing, you know, and just cut it all off. I already have, this is just a line that's sticking out. That's really not, but we want to take all this off, okay? And I'm going to do the bottom first, because we're going to put that brim around it shortly. We'll do that in the next segment. But it's very hard to get that completely flat, so take your time and try to trim all that off. I did the Santa offline already, okay? So going back to the gloves here and the arms, we're just rounding it off just like this. We put that stop cut all the way in there, and we're just going to round everything off, and we're going to sliver off any of the initial wood that was showing when we first cut it out. See this little spot here? It's the same thing. We're going to sliver all that off. I did that over here. I need to cut something off there yet. You just want to round all this off. So, and then I'll put the other sleeve thing right here, and the mittens right there. Put a little stop cut. Put on your gloves, folks. If you have them, wear them. You know, I'm just showing you some cuts here that can slip very easily if you're not careful. And see, you can take little slivers off. This is a nice thing about this kind of carving. It doesn't take much to make it look deeper and more pronounced. Okay, just like that. Okay, so I'm going to sliver some of that off when I'm offline. Some more there. Now we're going to go up to the top here and just cut little pieces of that off. And we're going to just round that off a little bit right there in the corner. It's a little tough to get to. Alright, so you can go ahead and finish that up. And just round everything off just like it looks like over here. Alright, so and then once you get that done, then we want to take our lines and follow. I think I have this pre-cut already. I think I do. Take this and just follow this all the way around just like so. Okay, you're going to follow that all the way around your carving, about a little tad off, about 3/8 of an inch or something, or 1/4 of an inch, all the way around, and then you're going to cut this portion out just like so. Alright, you're going to do that over the whole thing. Okay, you're just going to sliver that off. You're not going to round that edge off at all. Okay, you're not going to do anything with that. You're just going to take a little sliver of that actual first portion off. Okay, and then go over here. I'm going to put this, I think I have that already cut. Let me see. I know it's cut down here. Okay, you're going to follow that all the way around to the back. I'm sorry, you're going to follow that all the way around to the back. And this is actually goes around like so. So we're just going to put a little notch there, and we're going to cut this underneath there. Okay, and we're just going to cut this again. I'm going to make that a little lower. Actually, I cut that before. I shouldn't have cut that so low. Just like that. And I'm going to cut this over a little further because that doesn't look right. So we're going to just go over like so. And we're just going to cut this out. Alright. Let me put this back to the regular way it was. Just like so. We're going to make this a little wider up here to match this down here. Just a tad on either side. Cut that out. I'll be back with another clip in just a second.